Hey y'all, so welcome to part 2 of my new things at the drugstore haul. I don't know why I feel the need to do like a musical introduction for that, but I'm uber excited. Maybe that's why. Anyways, so if you haven't watched part 1, I will link that down below. Anyways, let's just get into it. First thing I got was, I guess it's not the first thing, but you know what I mean. Maybelline Master Conceal by Face Studio. This is Maybelline's new concealer. They've also come out with primers and I think a BB cream or something as well in this line. So I might, you guys know how I feel about primers, like I'm not too keen on them, but I might try the redness one because I've had a lot of redness lately. And I'm getting ready to go get my IPL done, which BT dubs, if you guys haven't watched my foundation demo and review, my last one, I will be getting that next Wednesday. So definitely vlogging that for y'all. Anyways, the color I got was fair. The problem that I have with this concealer is this. Let me show you. This is fair. Like, this is straight up yellow, you guys. Like, banana ass, freaking man in the yellow hat, yellow. What the hell? This is not fair. I hate it when, I mean, I'm not saying like this isn't fair, but this is not the color fair, is what I'm trying to say. This is yellow. Nobody's that damn yellow. Like, what are you doing? I hate it when cosmetic companies come up with fair concealers or foundations and they're just straight up yellow. Not everybody is freaking yellow. I even have a yellow undertone to my skin, but I mean, this is straight up yellow. But I have used this before. Basically what I did was just mix my NYX HD concealer and lavender in it, and it worked out fine. I have seen people raving about this. I've seen people comparing it to MAC Pro Longwear. This does not even compare to MAC Pro Longwear, just so you know. It is a very high coverage concealer and it does really good, but if you have an oily skin, it's going to break down on you, because it broke down on me and I'm not even that oily. So just an FYI, just a pre-warning. All right, so the next couple of things are from Rimmel. So Rimmel has come out with BB creams, foundations, primers. They got a new mascara out, which I didn't pick up, but I might go ahead and pick that up. So if you guys don't know, Rimmel is like a super cheap brand, but they have hella freaking badass items. So some of their stuff is really good. Their eyeliners are amazing. Their Stay Matte foundation is amazing. Their matte primer is freaking bombs. So the first thing I got was this BB cream. They actually have two versions of this. They have a luminous BB cream and a matte BB cream. I don't know that I would necessarily say that this is matte per se. But it's not like super dewy and luminous, you know what I'm saying? I would say it's like more of a demi matte, but it has semi-decent coverage. It's a BB cream. It's not going to be full coverage, obviously, but it does have enough coverage where I could put this on, set it with my Maybelline Fit Me powder, and be okay to like show my face out in the world, if you know what I'm saying. If you guys want a demo and review of this, just let me know and I will do that. Next thing from Rimmel, if you guys know anything about their show off lip glosses, I guess is what they're called, but in the UK and like over in that side of the world and possibly Canada, they're called the Apocalypse lip lacquers, and here they're called, in the States, they're called the show off ones, and they came out with matte versions. So I only got two because I just wanted to make sure I was like okay with the formula before I went and bought a shit ton of them, you know what I'm saying? So I had high hopes for these being like either the Lime Crime Velveteens or the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipsticks. They are not. To be honest with you guys, I don't know that they're that much different than the original formula. They set down, if you've ever used one of the original ones are not super glossy. They're not matte, but they're not super glossy either. And I feel like these ones set down just a hair more matte than the original ones, if that makes sense. So I don't think that they're amazing or anything like that. They do leave a little bit of a stain on the lips. I wore this one, which is Atomic Rose, the other day, and it did leave like a pretty stain on my lips. So I did like it for that, but I'm gonna have to use them more before I let you guys know, like, the full review. Next up for Rimmel, I got the Lasting Finish Primer, Skin Perfecting Primer, and the Lasting Finish 25 hour, not 24, 25. They had to throw that extra hour in there, with Comfort Serum Foundation. I feel like with this, they were kind of trying to emulate the Bourjois Healthy Mix foundation that has been raved about on YouTube. Illuminating foundations, 9 times out of 10, at least the ones that I've tried, are not normally full coverage. Like the Laura Mercier Silk Cream, that is a full coverage foundation, but for the most part, any luminizing foundation I've ever tried has not been full coverage. It's more of like a light to medium coverage. However, this is full coverage. It does build up really well, leaves the skin super, super luminous, and honestly, I cannot use both of these. This is more along the lines of the, what is that called? L'Oreal Magic Lumi Primer, the one that like is all shiny and shit, you know what I'm saying? That's basically what this is, but it's like half the price of the L'Oreal one. And to use these together, like, you're gonna be freaking, like, your face is gonna look like a mirror, basically. You're gonna be so reflective, it's gonna be crazy. But I do like this because it doesn't emphasize my fine lines and doesn't emphasize my pores, but it does give me a really dewy, pretty, luminous finish. So if you guys want reviews on these two, let me know down there. All right, this one's getting a little long, So next up, I got a bunch of stuff from Milani. I love Milani. They have so much stuff out right now, and I didn't even get half of what they have out. So I may be doing, like I said, a part 3 and a part 4 to this. So the first couple of things I got were blushes. If you guys are like big YouTube crackheads and have been on YouTube for a while, about a year ago, Milani came out with a line of blushes that were only available online, and they were limited edition, but they brought them back. I was so excited because these literally sold out within like a week or two on Milani's website, and you could not get them because once they sold out, they were done. Like, they were limited edition, and they brought them back. They actually listened to us. So these are all, there's 1, 2, 3, I think there's 4 or 5 blushes in the line. These are legit the only 2 I could find. And the lipsticks I'm about to show you were the only 4 I could find because every Milani display that I went to was mauled. Like, it was insane. So the first blush that I got was Romantic Rose. It's actually what I have on right now. This is a matte blush. I do have a little of Mary Lou on top of it, but oh my god, you guys. These are so freaking gorgeous. They are, when you swatch them, okay, so when you put your finger in them and you swatch them, they are like a little powdery. So if you can see that, I don't know if you guys can see, but they're like kind of powdery and they look like they just wipe right away. But when you put these on your brush and put them on your cheeks, freaking magic happens. I'm not even kidding. Like, they just look gorgeous. This one, Romantic Rose, I had to go to 3 different places to find this one, and I'm so glad that I did because it's beautiful. If you guys can find these, jump on them because they are good. Do not go by the swatch. If you happen to swatch them and you're like, oh, that's like powdery and shitty, they're really not. They're really good, I promise. Next one I got was Tea Rose. This is also a favorite of mine. I've been looking for coral because I love peachy orange blushes. That's just, I don't know, it just ties really good with my skin tone. But again, they do look super dusty and powdery, but I'm telling you guys, they go on the cheeks beautifully. They blend beautifully. They're just amazeballs. All right. Next up from Milani is their lipstick. I think they're called Color Sensation, their lipstick line, or Color Sensational, something like that. They're the ones in the gold packaging. They came out with a line of matte ones. Yes, y'all know I'm all about that matte life. Like, all about, I don't know what this is. I don't know what I was doing, but I'm all about that matte life. Anyways, so I got 4 of them because every display I went to was flippin' mauled. So I'll start with the one that I have on, and that is Matte Confident. I have this one on right now. It is like a deep, true red. I freaking love this. You guys, this seriously makes your lips look like rose petals. They just make your lips look so smooth and soft. Like, they don't emphasize all the nooks and crannies of your lips. I've had this lipstick on for probably about 3 hours now. Granted, I haven't eaten anything, but I have drank water like out of a bottle, so, and it's still pretty opaque. I did use a lip liner with it, but even still, it is, if you guys can see, starting to kind of come off in the corners, but after 3 or 4 hours, that's, you know, that's normal. But this color is so pretty. They have a brighter red too, which I wish I could have got, but it was just, all the lipsticks that I found were like swatched and disgusting. It was gross. The next one I got was Matte Naked. This one, I feel like, I don't own this lipstick, but I totally feel like this is a dupe for the NARS Audacious lipstick in Anita. I watched Kathleen Leitz's NARS Audacious lip swatch, and I was like, oh, whoa. When she swatched Anita and put it on, I was like, hold on, wait a minute, yes. So then I went back and watched it and like swatched this one. I was like, oh my God, it's totally a dupe. It's a dupe. I feel like it's a dupe for Anita. The formula is super similar. Obviously, the NARS ones are a little bit creamier because they're $32 freaking, but these are just as good. I feel like they last a good long time. They don't feel super dry on the lips. They're just amazing. Next one I have is Matte Innocence. This is just like a true nude color, concealer nude. Y'all know I'm all about that concealer nude life as well. I love my concealer nudes because I'm so pasty. I just like the way they look. So yeah, there's that one. Love that one too. It's amazing. The next one is Blissful. This is just like a dusty rose color, but this is just equally as beautiful. Your lips look like rose petals. They just look so like soft, and they almost look like defocused on your lips, if that makes sense. They're just the prettiest freaking lipsticks. I cannot wait to get the rest of them. Hopefully they're going to be part of their permanent line and I can find them because I love them. I love them. So that is it for this pot dos of my What's New at the Drugstore. Now I have to sing it. What's new at the drugstore haul? Anyways, that is it for my part 2 of What's New at the Drugstore haul. If you guys like hauls, definitely give me a thumbs up. Let me know if there was anything that you want to see swatched or reviewed or demoed or anything like that. And yeah, that's about it. So like and subscribe if you have not. Y'all can follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you please. And I will see you in my next one. Bye-bye. I'm so tired.